Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today course chapter, we'll start building our first Next.js application. So the easiest way to do so is just start by a command to create an application-based project, so like a boilerplate. So I'll just open up my terminal and I will just move back to a folder where I put my project. cd my path name. Now I will just write a command npx, which is same as React, but this one is for Next.js, create dash next dash app, then space, then your folder name. You can call it whatever you want. I'll just call it, I don't know, countries list. And hit enter, and this one will create for me. Oops. So it seems that npx is not recognized in my machine. Okay, I'll go ahead and install my npx first. So it's npx install -g for global npx. Oops, I don't have even npm. Okay, I think because of my new machine, so I didn't get these things set up. So let's install npm. So I find that I didn't have even Node.js installed my new machine, so I had to install Node.js first, which gets us the npm. Then now in here, I'm just installing npx as well. Now we'll go back to our Next.js boilerplate to install. So npx again, create next and app, and then space. I'll call my file anything. I'll just call it apc. I mean, you can call whatever you want. Okay, now I need to install the following package. Yes, there we go. It goes. It's installing our package. I'll just pause for the video for some time until this gets installed. Okay, so we get successful install. So now I'll just navigate to my folder, project folder, cd, I call it abc. There we go. And you write, first you have to write run npm install to install your packages. There we go, all good. Now what I will do, I'll just open my project in my editor. I use Visual Studio Code, that's my preferred one, but of course you can use any editor you like. So code one, that's a short command, sorry, to open your folder in Visual Studio Code. There we go. Yeah, I trust. Open it up. Okay, so that's basically my project ABC, and we got some basic structure in here. So what we will do is we'll go to the structure to have basic information about each and every folder, and later in the course we will be going in details with every one and what they are for, how to use them efficiently. So we have our node modules. So of course that's when you're on npm installed, so all your node modules are installed in there. Then you have a page folder. So each page in Next.js you created, it needs to be added under the pages folder. It's not the same as React. You can put in any folder you want and you just import it, but it needs to be under pages.html. So this is our home page, index.html. That's the first one is loading as home page, and then later we'll add more pages in here. And underscore app.js, so basically that's handle all our pages loading. And we have an API folder that's for listing all your API endpoints in there. So close this. We have public, so that's for any public access like images, for example, that you need to load in the production. Also later we'll go through this and see how we can add stuff there and how they load. And then we have a styles folder, so all your CSS in there. And amazing thing for Next.js, have built-in module CSS, so you don't have to do in configuration. You just can come here and create new files and start your styling. Okay, so we have get ignore, so that's one. So for the files that you want to ignore while pushing your app into GitHub or GitLab or whatever. So later we'll be also working with this. ESLint, that's for styling and rules of your code. maybe later in this course, or maybe I'll create a crash course for that specially to go in more details about it. This is the configuration built in, and this is your package.json. So you have all your dependencies you need to run your project, and these are only dev dependencies you need while doing development. And here we have all our scripts we need to run, which will be running soon, one of them. So what we'll do, let's run this project on our local. So we can go to terminal, and I'll say npm run, and the first one, dev. So I can have it locally on my machine. Host, localhost 3000. Oh, I typed it wrong. Localhost 3000. There we go. So this is our boilerplate that we get when we use the npx. We have a basic page here with few details about Next.js. So in our project, we don't need all that stuff. So what we'll do, we'll go and clean up our project so it's ready for our development. So I will go to index and remove all this. I don't need all that actually, nothing. For now we'll keep it empty. We just put something dump here, and I'll say my first application. Let's save it, open our browser, and there it is. Okay, so now we have our application base ready, and in next chapter we'll start building the first blocks for our application. Thank you and stay tuned.